Okay, it's vlog time. Hello there, everybody. I don't know really what all to talk about right now. Um, Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, which means I've got tomorrow off from work, which is going to be fun. But it also means that there's a lot of projects I need to take care of, including dealing with this junk. And oh boy, is there ever a lot of it. That's a problem. There's an awful lot of junk in here. And I think that this weekend was going to be the time to do it, but I really, frankly, just didn't have time. I had other things I needed to do, and other things that I wanted to do. Speaking of other things that I wanted to do, the Brother Super Power Note over there has got its own video now. Just need to edit it. I'm really liking my Acer tablet that's sitting down there. I don't know if you saw it. And, other things that need to be done. I'm thinking about making a video about this right here that I got a long time ago. I've wanted to make a video about it for a while and just haven't ever gotten around to it. I've already done the Wacom tablet that's sitting underneath it, so there's one thing. Right. This right here that I'm futzing about with and not really succeeding is something I bought at the thrift store not too long ago. And I'm really glad I bought this. It did mean that unfortunately I had to wait for my tablet, because if I hadn't gone to the thrift store first, I would have gotten the tablet that was in store already, but whatever. I don't care because now I got both things. Camera bag. It's actually got my GR-AX910 VHS-C camera in it right now, but I'm planning on, because there's somebody that I'm expecting is going to wants to borrow my Hi8 camera. I'm probably going to, actually no, I might not. I might use one of my, because I've got a couple of other bags up there. I'll probably use the cheap one, that way if he decides he's going to steal the camera, I won't care too much. But I don't think he'll steal the camera. I think he's a trustworthy guy, so I think that would just kind of be stupid, because the camera that I'm planning on sending is not worth anything. It's actually kind of a worthless piece of trash. So it's got focus problems, and I've been using it off and on to make videos, and I shot a couple videos with it and then decided that this is just garbage, so I'm not even going to bother with any of these. Mainly the only thing I use it for is because it's got a microphone input. So that's what I use it for. I use it for the microphone input, just put it on manual focus mode. Use it for recording thunderstorms and things like that, because that's cool. There's a live broadcast tomorrow, if anybody is actually even interested in that. It's going to take place at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The I Hate Mondays trial run for the DJ show. You know, usually I Hate Mondays is supposed to be an automated show that takes place around noon. Well, I put up a poll on the Stereo Dust Particles forum, and it seems as though there's a resounding vote for it to be a DJ show, because I've been canceling just about every single one of those. Actually, I have canceled every single one of those since September, which is to say there's not very many of them. It's about 5 shows, but 5 shows in a row is a lot of shows. So we're gonna make a change and see if that's going to help any. I'm not expecting much, but you don't know until you try. If it turns out that this doesn't work, I'm just going to cancel it altogether, because I don't think that it's worth my time to put on a show that is just going to end up getting canceled 90% of the time. You know, early morning radio is like that as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue on with the early morning radio stuff, but I might. You never know. I probably will, because that's a summer thing. Although I've been working full-time during the summer, and it's looking more and more like I'm going to be doing full-time this summer too, because of the simple fact that there is nobody at work that seems to want to, which is seriously irritating. I think I'm going to get forced into... Actually, I know I'm going to get forced into full-time work again in January, and I bet you any money that I'm going to get forced into it in May, which is going to suck balls, basically. Although during the summer, admittedly, it's not too bad, because I don't have to carry anything around with me. You see, there's no security by my desk, by my office. There isn't really much by my office anyways. I'd mentioned that I'd gotten booted out of my office because there weren't enough for contract instructors, so there was a problem. I've been floating around, but I actually got another office. It's not much. It's a little tiny thing. It's basically an open cubicle, really, that I'm sharing with somebody else, and it's not in a very secure area. The old one wasn't either, but at least I could lock the door. I mean, right now I can't really lock the door because there's somebody else in there that doesn't have a key, so anybody can get in there. It's basically completely open. The only time that ever gets locked is by the cleaning staff at the end of the day, because I don't even have a key for it. So I have a key that'll work, but I'm not supposed to use it. But either way, that's a problem. So things can and have been stolen, not from me specifically, but things can and have been stolen from there. Quite frequently, actually. I find it kind of ridiculous that, people that are above the age of 18 and over, really, are stealing things from employees and students and other people alike when they're in fact paying good money to be there. We're talking about I wouldn't say it's prestigious, it's one of the 2 universities in this city, and it's not cheap. I've looked into it. It ain't cheap at all to be there. So these people are paying this money, or maybe they're not paying this money, maybe they're racking up debt or something, and they're stealing things. Maybe that's the reason why they're stealing things, is because they can't afford to be there. Well, if you can't afford to be there, then don't bother. It's not like it's necessary, absolutely necessary, to go to post-secondary in order to be successful at all. I mean, look at me. I didn't. I'm a supervisor now, so look at that. Although I shouldn't say that, because that was just through very, very, very extreme circumstances, but never mind that. I got off on a tangent. I was trying to say that I can't leave stuff in my office, so I have to carry it all around with me. And in the wintertime, that means I have to carry around at least one sweater, a bulky jacket, and whatever's in my bag, which is usually a laptop, some paper, a pen, and, a couple of other things. My tablet, and sometimes I'll actually carry this around with me, just as a portable hotspot, as well as power supplies and cables and things, all the pocket juices, and, all that happy, wonderful stuff that everybody loves so much. That's heavy. It's a lot of stuff. I could rent myself a locker, but that would cost me about $80. And I'm pretty sure that, kids would get upset. Hey, he's buying a locker, everybody's ass, blah, 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 blah. Because, obviously students are very, very passionate about the things that they think belong to them. Or are they ever passionate? They won't get out of the frickin' way either. You honk on your golf cart. Beep, 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 get out of my way! And they just stand there, continue talking, or looking at signs or whatever. They don't get out of the way. Why would I get out of the way? What I'm doing is more important. Yeah, you definitely get out of the way when you get hit by a golf cart. Which has almost happened a couple times. Because you're not stopping a golf cart when it's going top speed and somebody won't get out of the way. You got, basically a split second to slam the brakes on. I'm able to do it. And I've blown a tire on one of them before doing that. I've also blown the brakes on one of them doing that. So, yeah, not a good time. Not a good time at all. So, there you go. There's my little spiel about why you should get the hell out of the way of a moving vehicle. You wouldn't stand in front of a car on the road to read a road sign. You wouldn't stand in front of a bicycle to read a sign, or to talk to somebody. You wouldn't do any of that. So what the hell makes you think you can stand in front of a golf cart? It's basically the same thing as a bicycle, except it's got a couple more wheels and it's electric. Instead of being man-powered, it's basically like a hybrid between a car and a bicycle, really. Small car, of course. But anyways, I just got completely off of what I was doing. A couple other projects that are going on. That floor cleaning is actually going to be part of the bedroom project 2 is what I'm calling it. The first part of that is going to come out probably tonight, and then Maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow at some point. And then the rest, I'm going to do the rest of that tomorrow, maybe over next weekend, and then I'll edit and upload that video, and that'll come out. So that's the bedroom project 2. Not really going to be much, because there really isn't much that I can do. My plans changed dramatically from what I showed off in the introduction video. And obviously I can't reshoot the introduction video because I've already started. So, yeah. This is already up at about 11 minutes. Wow. I'm such a windbag. You know, it's no wonder if people don't watch any of my videos. I talk way too damn much. Although some people say that they enjoy the sound of my voice. I don't understand why. I hate it. So I will not be listening to this after I'm done with it. I'll tell you that much right now. And before anybody complains about the fact that it's not in high definition, because I know that a lot of people like to complain about the fact that my videos are not HD half the time, it's because it takes absolutely for freaking ever to edit HD, 1, and 2, half the time my HD camera doesn't have its battery charged because it's a piece of crap with a small battery. You know, as opposed to VHS-C cameras, which actually have got big batteries that work. Believe it or not. I get more charge off of this damn thing over here, this AA battery pack, on a VHS-C camera than I get out of the battery that is in this camera right here. This is a Sony HDR-CX240. Actually, I'm very strongly thinking about selling that HDR-CX240 because that camera is a piece of shit. And yes, I know, I just said the word shit in a vlog. I know. Horrible. Call the police on the guy who swore in a YouTube video. But I'm serious. I hate that camera. You know, when I first bought it, I didn't think it was that bad. And really, frankly, it's not that bad when you compare it to a lot of the modern, you know, examples of cameras. But they're all the same nowadays. It's plastic, small shit that has a crappy image sensor, crappy audio, and crappy quality. You know, it's not at all. When I first bought it, I thought it was okay. But since buying those VHS-C cameras used for a lot cheaper, I'm realizing now, why the hell am I bothering with this? Why did I buy this piece of crap? I could have just bought these cameras. Of course, hindsight's 2020. I didn't realize I was going to be buying all those VHS-C cameras until it actually happened. So, there you go. Alright, so we're now up at 13 minutes. I think I'm going to cut this off because this was only supposed to be short. Oh, right, and then I forgot the other project, too. The bathroom remodel that's going on. There's paint on the wall now. So that'll definitely have to get a video shot of it tomorrow, because I can't do it tonight. It's 1 o'clock, past 1 o'clock, people are trying to sleep, so. I'm really hoping at some point I can get a blacklight tube for that. And, well, there you go. I'm also really looking to getting a couple more of the, you know, little extension cords, you know, maybe to put over here and put more clocks up on my shelf over there, because that's really barren. I'd like to set up more clocks than that. And so I'm sure that a lot of people are going to go, oh, but that's going to use up so much electricity. Please, a clock uses 5 watts. Like, bite me. And in fact, some of them use a little bit more, but if I consider that every single one of these clocks in here that I've got plugged in right now uses 10 watts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. That's 34. 34 times 10 is about 340 watts. That's it. Less than a computer power supply. Come on, people. Actually, 350 watts, because there's one that's sitting out there. So yeah, about as much as a PC power supply. Come on. About as much as a computer. You gotta be kidding me, right? I have not yet blown a breaker in here. Even having everything in here fired up, all the computers, that is everything from there all the way over to there. And over here, too. Having everything fired up, haven't blown a breaker. So, there's that. And it looks like this video is now at 15 minutes. Is there anything else I can talk about? Make this the longest vlog ever. Actually, yes, there is. You see this right here? This is my Lenovo ThinkPad T430. Can you spot the problem? Now I'll show it to you. That's the problem right there. Hope you saw it. A couple weeks ago, the I key, which actually I still have sitting right here, suffered a little bit of a malfunction. What happened was the scissor mechanism, the little the white plastic piece. Actually, you can see it right in there. This piece right here, that thing. There's a piece broke off of it, and it no longer sat in that slot. So I can't fix it because there's no way I can possibly fix a broken scissor mechanism. Well, last night, actually I think it was 2 nights ago, the O key did exactly the same damn thing. Except in this case, it wasn't the whole scissor switch that broke. It was just a little piece of it that holds the keycap on. So I can't put the damn keycap back on. So I ordered a new keyboard for that laptop. And I'm telling you right now, those aren't cheap. That's about 60 bucks. Actually, almost 65 bucks of my money that I had to spend repairing a laptop that is less than a year old. Like, come on! What is this? Is this like North Korea, where we have, like, garbage? Come on. No, this is not North Korea. This is not China. This is North of freaking America. We should be more than able, to produce products that last longer than this. That is ridiculous. Less than a year, and the keycaps are already broken. I have got laptops from the the early 1990s, that are still perfectly fine. No broken keys, nothing. Not a single problem. And admittedly, the T430 otherwise is a pretty decent laptop. I just don't like the keyboard, and apparently the keyboard doesn't like me either, so it's mutual. A mutual dislike. Yeah. Something's wrong here. So, yes, I think that my next laptop purchase is definitely not going to be a Lenovo ThinkPad. I'm going to look somewhere else, probably at a Dell Latitude instead. Because, really, frankly, I think Dell has got better offerings than Lenovo does now anyways. I'll ride out the T430 for 2 years, maybe even longer than that. Because I figure in 2 years from now, what will that be? That'll be 2018. Maybe I can ride it out for another year after that. And then, by that point, I'll have my own job. Or another job, anyways. I already have my own job. If you can't already tell, I'm kind of tired. But, when I get I'll probably have another job by that point. Maybe they'll give me a laptop, so I won't have to worry about getting my own damn laptop again. But that's kind of ridiculous, actually, that I had to replace the keyboard on that, because it's not that old. And the keys, they're worn on the 410 that computer replaced, but they're not broken. Actually, the I key is slightly coming off. But it's not completely broken like that one is. Jesus, ridiculous. Whatever. Anyways, we're up at 18.5 minutes now, so I'm going to stop this, because I'm sure that everybody's tuned out, and I've bored everybody to death. So, alright, thank you for watching. Leave a comment if you actually watched the whole video, or leave a comment anyways, even if you didn't watch the whole video, because I always enjoy comments. And, well, that's pretty much it. I want to see if I can get this up to 19 minutes. I think I can. Should be possible.